I'm going to talk about the news, starting with an update to the Mahmoud Khalil illegal arrest. His lawyers have released the arrest footage, revealing that he wasn't even resisting arrest. The officers weren't even in uniform, and they refused to even give their names to the wife. In fact, when the wife started trying to get any kind of identification from the arresting officers, they quickly left the scene. Also, a second green card holder has been illegally detained. This one was tortured and sent to the hospital. They arrested Fabian in the airport. His partner was waiting for him to come out of the airport for hours. They didn't realize that he had been detained. In fact, no one knew he was detained until his mother got a call from the hospital saying that he had been hospitalized with emphysema because he had been stripped naked and forced to take an ice bath for hours during the interrogation. The only crime that Fabian seems to have ever committed was in 2007, so almost 2 decades ago. He got a DUI. That's literally the only thing. And he got the DUI in 2007, which was 18 years ago. The next thing I want to talk about is the Senate vote to shut down the government. The Republicans proposed a budget bill that would get rid of Medicare and Medicaid while reinforcing our already overinflated military budget. Also providing several different tiers of military aid to Isn't Real. They would not have been able to keep the government open without the support of 8 Democrats, which they got with absolutely no concessions whatsoever, led by a Democrat by the name of Chuck Schumer, who is the minority leader, reinforcing what leftists have been saying in that the Democrats are not the opposition to the Republican Party. They are controlled opposition. They want everything that the Republicans want. They just act like they don't so that people will continue to vote for them. Next, the U.S. has conducted several nuclear bombing drills over Iran, putting us even closer to nuclear brinkmanship. In response, Iran and China has reinforced their alliance with each other. China has announced that they are going to use military ships that have high radar capabilities that are capable of detecting when the U.S. will launch nuclear bombs before they reach Iran, giving Iran enough time to launch nuclear bombs of their own. Because it wouldn't be 2025 without risking the lives of every living thing on Earth. Also, in retaliation to the Houthi blockade in the Red Sea resuming, the U.S. has conducted several airstrikes in Yemen, killing at least 9 civilians. The Houthi blockade is in retaliation to Israel not lifting the blockade of humanitarian aid going into Gaza. The last thing I want to talk about is the weather. In Oklahoma, they are officially experiencing another Dust Bowl. It has been almost a century since America has gone through a Dust Bowl. A Dust Bowl can be completely devastating for crops. It is basically what happens when the winds are so strong that it picks up the dust and blankets an entire area in a thick cloud of dusty smoke. The Dust Bowl in Oklahoma is so intense right now that it is quite literally blocking out the sun in some instances. And the people in Oklahoma are dressed as if they just came out of a Mad Max movie because of all the protective gear that they have to wear just to be able to go outside. Like I've said several times before, these natural disasters are only going to get deeper and deeper inland, and they're only going to get more and more severe until we stop global warming. And we have less than 4 years to do so, or else it'll be irreversible. In fact, environmental scientists have said that we are no longer in the stage of global warming. We are now in the stage of global boiling. As always, revolution is the only solution. And from the river to the sea, peace.